All right, hey everyone, March 26th, the year 2017, and the topic of this video is FBI Special Agent Rick Sutherland. He was the FBI handler for Hell's Angel wannabe drug runner Gerald J.R. Olson, the $300,000 whore. So, in any event, you got FBI Special Agent Rick Sutherland. He's one of the lead special agents that's driving the case for the Polar Pen Team, Department of Justice, Karen Loeffler, Yvonne Lamore, Stephen Scrocky, and Joseph W. Bottini. Let's not forget Bill Fulton and Special Agent Sandra Klein. I'm going to do a special video on those guys later. It's amazing that Sandra Klein was not even called to testify. Sandra Klein has a special place in hell for her role in the destruction of Schaeffer Cox's family. I've got a clip that I need to find where Yvonne Lamore just lied to the judge and said that Bill Fulton was just a private citizen when she should have told the judge that Bill Fulton was an undercover confidential human source. And so the judge didn't have the full information, and he made a bad decision about disallowing testimony from or discovery evidence from Sandra Klein and Bill Fulton. There's just an outright lie, and I've got to go locate that, and I've got a special video coming up once I locate all that information. But here's a video that I put out titled FBI Special Agent Richard Sutherland is a Lying Traitorous Nazi. It's 17 minutes long. It covers the conversation that Schaeffer Cox had after he was arrested and brought in to a room where they were playing, they were basically interrogating Schaeffer Cox. This gentleman right here was in the room. His name is Sergeant Scott Johnson. He later died. He was sent out to some sort of disturbance over a $150 couch, and some guy named Nathaniel Kangas came out and shot him and another state trooper. And that's the way it goes. So here's Fred Meyer right here. The Fred Meyer, we don't have many Fred Meyers in the South. At least I don't see any around Dallas. But this is the story that was sent to me, and I want to read it to you guys. Okay? It's about FBI agent Rick Sutherland. It occurred in 2012, August the 2nd of 2012. FBI agent chases down and stops wallet thief. It's in the News Miner. And, there's a whole new different way to look at this because let's just read it, given the history of how we know Agent Rick Sutherland operates, his modus operandi, and that he's associated with the Polar Pen Team and bad actors like Joseph W. Bottini, Scrocky, Yvonne Lamore, Karen Loeffler. Since we know he's part of the bad actors and he wants to make a name for himself and he wants to be recognized in the community as FBI special agent, and get rewarded for his career and things like that, and how he entrapped Schaeffer Cox. Entrapment, if you're not smart enough, if you don't work hard enough to go out and find real crime, well, you just make up crime. You entrap crime. You entrap innocent people to make crime. But the article, let's read it. A Fairbanks family recently shopping at Fred Meyer East was surprised when a young man rode up on a bicycle, grabbed one of their wallets, and took off. Okay, that's actually Agent Richard Sutherland's family. We're going to learn that later as we read the article. So the very first sentence makes it sound like they were just minding their own business and this young man rode up on a bicycle and stole their wallet. But the young man accused of taking the wallet likely was more surprised a few minutes later when FBI Special Agent, which would be FBI Special Agent Rick Sutherland, with a drawn weapon confronted him about the wallet. Special Agent Rick Sutherland Jr., who works for the FBI in Fairbanks, said he was leaving the Fred Meyer on Saturday night when his son pointed out that Sutherland's wife had dropped her wallet. At that moment, now that's a very key phrase right there, at that moment, a man they later identified as Fairbanks resident Sean C. Buck, 18 years old, grabbed the wallet, he said. If you read this article, it makes it sound like the wallet just fell out of her purse and the guy just happened, the 18-year-old Sean C. Buck, just happened to be there at exactly the right moment and took the wallet and started riding off on his bicycle. Doesn't that sound, But knowing that we have an entrapment family, the Rick Sutherland and his family, that they like to entrap people and send innocent men to prison for crimes that normally would not have been committed, I'm just wondering if they didn't put a wallet, and normally I think of a wallet as a man's wallet, right? But they're calling this his wife's wallet. But let's just imagine for a second that they put their wife's wallet. The family puts the wife's wallet on the sidewalk and waits for an unsuspecting young 18-year-old to ride by on his bicycle. He picks up the wallet because he found a wallet on the sidewalk, and he starts riding off. Then Agent Rick Sutherland, listen to this. Sutherland caught sight of Buck in the parking lot of Walmart. Buck ended up giving the agent a tour of the big box store parking lot as he pedaled by Walmart. Well, FBI agents don't wear uniforms, and if some guy's chasing you down in his car, it's only natural that an 18-year-old is going to start to try to get away from him. He said he pedaled by the Walmart, Lowe's, and eventually the GameStop near Barnes & Noble. Sutherland drove his vehicle behind, according to the agent's account of the slow pursuit. Midway through the chase, Sutherland called the Fairbanks Police Department, an organization with which he sometimes works. He said the local police did a good job of responding to the call. FBI agents are authorized to carry their service weapons when they are not working, Sutherland said. Sutherland ended up drawing his weapon and detaining Buck. When he entered the GameStop and noticed Buck had approximately 8-inch hunting knife in his pocket, Buck never drew the knife, Sutherland said. Fairbanks police arrested Buck on a charge of second-degree felony. So now the guy's going to be living for the rest of his life with a felony because he picked a wallet up off the sidewalk. Isn't that freaking wonderful? He was charged with a felony and not a misdemeanor theft because the wallet contained bank and credit cards. In addition to the big knife, Buck had a pellet gun and looked like a firearm. 2 other knives and a pair of handcuffs, Sutherland said. So let's just, knowing that we know Agent Rick Sutherland like we do, that he is, his history is entrapping innocent men and creating criminals so he can look big. So when he gets together with the boys at the water cooler and talks about how many criminals he's brought in, he can say, yeah, I brought in this felony. He stole a wallet with some credit cards and bank cards, and he's now a felon. So that's one felon. And I got Schaeffer Cox because I sent in 2 government informants to lie about him and to set him up and to violently threaten his family's life. So, when normal people read this article, they may think, well, it's just another case of a good law enforcement agency catching an 18-year-old who stole a wallet. But when I read the article, I highly suspect the narrative, and I highly believe that FBI agent Rick Sutherland, he's not exactly telling the truth about the timing, and they probably dropped their wallet and they couldn't find it. And all that happened is the 18-year-old picked up the wallet and just thought he found himself a wallet. And now he's going to live the rest of his life as a felon because we've got people like FBI agent Rick Sutherland in our law enforcement. These people need to be fired. Agent Rick Sutherland needs to go to jail. And all the people that participated in the entrapment of Schaeffer Cox need to go to jail. And even if they don't go to jail in this life, which I hope they would do, God will see everything that they did, and he holds everybody accountable. All right, that's it for now. God bless.